Dr. Annette Bosworth, or shall I call you Dr. Bos? What is it that you know and believe and understand that you think the general public doesn't know, believe and understand?
That most of the reasons people come to see me could be reversed if they knew how to make ketones on a regular basis. So I'm an internist. That means if you go to an internal medicine doctor and we don't know what's wrong, you're going to die. We take care of tough puzzles, and we do this over long management, chronic disease management. So I've got 25 years of studying chronic problems that deteriorate the quality of life. Lifespan, health span, both go in the toilet when you're chronically seeing me. And you could abort all of that destiny if routinely you were making ketones.
An internist sounds like an intern. I'm trying to understand
it's terrible. The marketing on this is terrible. It just means you're supposed to take care of very complex answers. Your job, I mean, the buck stops with you. If the internal medicine team can't figure it out, you're going to die.
So you're basically a chronic illness doctor.
Chronic disease management is absolutely it. You know, I love the way Peter Attia uses Medicine 2.0, which is what we are the masters of, managing it, making sure the prescriptions are there, making sure you are treating all these problems. The internist being one of your best buddies because you're having to see them routinely. You got to get the meds refilled. You got to check for the side effects. It's a mill.
What is Medicine 2.0 in your definition?
Yeah, so I can keep you from dying from childbirth and infections, and I have an antidote for every one of your symptoms. We are in a world where medicine has answered a lot of problems. Little things like high blood pressure, little things like it's a few extra pounds around the middle, little things like brain fog. Oh, my eyes are aging. All of these are signals that your body has made more trash than it cleaned up, and there were some rules to humans that you missed.
And for my listeners that have clicked on this conversation, what are they going to get out of giving us their time and staying with us and listening to this? What is the end goal going to be for them in their lives?
Listening to the way I talk to my patients and teach them the steps how to reverse the medical problems that you've already got on the roster. And by doing that, the freedom is to be the kind of grandparent that you dreamt of, but you've surrendered can't be there anymore.
And what is the list of predicaments or illnesses that are relevant here?
Most common one is being overweight and a brain that's not working right. What really is behind all of the patients I've seen for 25 years is we're working on peak brain performance. Even if you don't think about that, that's what I think about. So when you come in and you're 55 years old and I can see the worry of Parkinson's headed your way, super young is 55 years old with Parkinson's. That is a brain that's got too much trash and you don't know it yet. And I mean, in the history of Dr. Boz versus Parkinson's has like 3,500 patients. I have 0. Parkinson's wins every time. And the biggest moment of people who have chronic problems under the hood is they have no idea that it's coming. And once that lands, the reversal is much worse. Seeing it 10 years before it's supposed to be there, this is a gift of saying, let me show you how to undo that. Back away from the edge. It's that brain function that you're going to miss the most when it doesn't work. And it's linked to all of these things like the arthritis, the weight around the middle, the high blood pressure, the severe connection to mental approach, meaning you can say depression, but people say, oh, I don't have that diagnosis. I'm talking about a brain that doesn't want to engage, that doesn't find joy in their life anymore because it's been too many years since they took out the trash. Let me show you how to take out the trash, and you're going to have to do it a few times. But what unfolds is your best life ahead within a year.
So you're going to teach me how to take out the trash?
Yeah.
The trash in my own brain?
Yep.
And if I take out the trash in my own brain, how is my life going to be better?
You live in the 21st century where there's lots of processed foods and lots of ways that your body did things without telling you. So any injury that you've had, like a joint injury that keeps coming back every time you injure it, it is a little easier to injure the next time. Is there a ring around the middle that's more than pinch an inch? Is there a distance in time where you say, I can focus for this many hours, but I can't do it for this many hours anymore? Those are all places where if you did this, if you were able to say, don't stop taking out the trash several times a year, several times a month, if you ask me, then you never have to come into this world that I just see people, they're in quicksand. They're up to their waist. And getting them out, they need a real lifeline.
And what are the current solutions people are typically offered when they're feeling, all the ways that you described there, where they just don't feel good, they have brain fog, they might have chronic pain setting in various ways. What are the typical solutions that Medicine 2.0 would offer them?
Yeah, especially if they have good insurance.
Yeah.
That doctor is going to be with the covered insurance plan, and he's going to say, tell me the symptoms. I have a matching game. I will give you the drugs that will take away that one and take away that one and take away that one. What is always a downside is, well, play that forward for 10 years. Play it forward for 5 years. And are the symptoms gone? No, but it will bridge and hold up the architecture of the body and the human without actually fixing the problem, without actually diving in and say, you got some chemistry problems under the hood that you don't measure and you don't talk about. But if you did, even if you're not perfect, even if you're 70%, you're going to find yourself at the age of 54 with vitality and energy and sleeping through the night and not having what every other 54-year-old, which is chronic joint pain, a brain that can only focus for 3 to 4 hours without a break, a stamina of endurance and health and joy that falls apart.
So you're 54 years old. When I'm 54 years old, I want to be as young and energetic and articulate and cognitively astute as you are. So what should I be doing now to make sure that I don't decay in all those areas I described?
Well, what'd you have for breakfast?
Today?
Yeah.
I have not eaten breakfast yet.
It's okay. That's not a bad thing. Okay. But when you're 54, you should probably put the calories in the morning, not at night. We know that as you age, the cost of a calorie turns into timing. If you eat that food, 1 bite of food after 6 o'clock is worth 10 bites of food before noon. So if you're trying to say, how do I get the best out of the nourishment, but also eating's fun, if you only get 1 bite after 6 o'clock and 10 before, move that food towards morning. When you're your age, what's the last meal you ate?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
For dinner, I had this cod and I had salad. I also had pasta.
Okay.
So, yeah. But I ate pretty late, which is a problem.
What did you have the rest of the day before that? Was that your first
salad.
meal? Okay.
Just a big salad.
Was that more towards lunch or noon or?
Probably about 4 o'clock.
So waited all the way till 4 o'clock to eat. Very common. This is a really common pattern of people doing what we would say intermittent or time-restricted eating. They put that eating window in this, but it's got that balloon at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it really does. I mean, what you're stimulating is an excessive production of insulin. And you're going to wake up the next morning. What time did you wake up this morning?
Today? Mm-hmm. I went to bed relatively early for me. I woke up at about 7:30 a.m.
Oh,
usually it's later.
And did you have a solid 7-8 hours of sleep or how?
Yeah.
So during that time, you finished eating around 10 o'clock then it sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's 7.
Maybe a bit later.
Okay, so 11 o'clock and you've got 7:30 in the morning is when you woke up. So that's about 8 hours since you've eaten. Your insulin is still churning, especially if the meal was large and there was carbs in it. So now you've got these processed foods late at night, and you're at the beginning of the disease, right? You're at the beginning of the chronic inflammatory churn of how do you age faster and faster? You don't do that. You don't have high insulin throughout the night.
So can you explain to me, like I'm a 12-year-old, what insulin is and the role it's playing? Because, I guess we're focused here on longevity, aging for a second. But how does insulin play a role in all of this, and what is insulin?
So insulin insulates. Okay, so think of it as it makes you fluffy. It puts the fat on. It's got some other roles too, but we're going to talk about chronic diseases here where it's not a scarcity problem. You make plenty of it. And when it's in excess, it will store energy for when you go through a famine. It will also cause you to grow. Now, grow means get a little fatter, but it also means things like their skin gets a little thicker, they have skin tags, and what I always think about is what's going on in their brain. And when that insulin is high for years and years and years, just like yours, because if you didn't eat the rest of today, and then you got up tomorrow morning, it would be about that long after a late meal last night. That's how long it would take you to say, okay, we're back down to where we started from or where we should be in the morning.
For someone that's never heard the word insulin before, there's some context to give in terms of what it's doing. So it's coming out like a transporter and helping put away the sugar or deal with the excess sugar.
Right. So it is
glucose.
It lifts glucose or sugar from the circulation into a cell. That's its first primary job.